County in northeastern Illinois. Cook County in northeastern Illinois until 9 p.m. At 8:02 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from Schaumburg to near Shorewood, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. Hazard, 70 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Chicago, Aurora, Joliet, Naperville, Cicero, Hammond, Arlington Heights, Evanston, Schaumburg, Bolingbrook, Skokie, Des Plaines, Orland Park, Tinley Park, Oak Lawn, Merwin, Mount Prospect, Hoffman Estates, Oak Park, Downers Grove, Glenview, Elmhurst, Lombard, and Northland. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado going once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. for northeastern Illinois.
Well, we happen to come on just in time. All right, we're going to interrupt the mainstream here in just. We're going to interrupt the mainstream here in just a moment. We're going to interrupt the mainstream in just a moment. I just got home, so give me a moment. Alright, that's been taken care of now. Yeah, I'm going to go back on everything else separately here in just a minute. Wow, I mean, this event really got out of hand pretty quickly. I bet the CW is not, our CW affiliate is not airing the Trivial Pursuit episode, and they're focusing on the tornado in Lake County right now. Yeah, there's a tornado warning in effect there. Well, I did listen to all those live. I did not get, I didn't get most of that stuff, but I got the warning right when we came on the air, so I had to do it as quickly as I could here. Alright, let me try to find everything, because I know there's a lot of them that I missed, so... Watch number 90, yeah, he's under that. Alright, so let me pull this up so that way I can see, so I can go back on each warning from Chicago separately. This, I think, was the first one, but should be enough. So, this one I missed. Let's see, this one good at all? This one got all of it. But it didn't get the first part of it, but I don't care. It's this one. We'll use this copy here. We'll use this copy here for this one. What about this one? Oh, actually, I should probably make a thread or something. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put a... Yeah, it's falling behind. Well, that's why I'm gonna move this all over to my micro. I have a backup of the config file on the flash drive, so let me plug it in and switch it over. I'm gonna go as quickly as I can here on this. Oh, I've only copied it to the secondary, not the main. I'll just grab it from the... I'll just grab it from the secondary if I still have it. Oh, I think I deleted it already. Yeah, replace it. Yeah, I noticed something was wrong right out of the gate, so... Yeah, so if you'll give me just a minute, I'm going to switch everything over. So yeah, if you give me just a minute, I'm going to switch everything over. And then we'll interrupt our main stream here. Alright, reset. Because of course the micro has more RAM than the rest of the PCs. Wait, what? Why is it recording something? I didn't ask it to do that. Huh, I guess it must have done it on its own. But whatever. Whatever. The recon's still on. Yeah, this is not looking good right now, honestly. So let me rejoin. Okay, so the monitors did copy over successfully, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and move the CW over. Okay, it says the tornado warning for Lake County, Illinois has expired. Has been allowed to expire. Yeah, we were going to do coverage earlier this afternoon, but... Alright. Well, now that we got the monitors up and running, I'm going to disconnect the USB. And we will go ahead now and interrupt programming on the main stream. Turn this down here. And we'll pull off the program card there. All right, we got the main stream now in coverage. So for those just watching on the main station right now, we are interrupting normal programming as we are following this outbreak here of severe weather that's been unfolding for the past several hours. I didn't get a lot of it because my evening class still went on according to plan, still went on as planned. Well, of course it did. Of course, that tornado watch was expanded and now goes till 11, so I think we might only get 2 hours worth of coverage. And I'm watching tonight's episode of Trivial Pursuit on WPIX because I'm pretty sure WGN here in Chicago is not even going to air all of it because of that tornado warning for Lake County, which I'm pretty sure prompted them and the rest of the Chicago TV networks to go to coverage, interrupting the prime time on their national feed. I'm still going back on everything from earlier, and I just moved everything over to the micro, which is what I should have done in the first place. So hopefully everything will be running much more smoothly now. Now that I've made this change, but it's all right because this is the first time we're doing a severe weather event from home. We're just making sure that we're getting things right here. We're just making sure that everything is being done right. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to forward. How do I forward it to that thread? Actually, I could probably just pin the message and yeah, I'm gonna, and then I can, yeah, I'm just gonna hit exit and then go to pin messages, and then I can just scroll back. And yeah, I'm gonna keep that turned down as much as possible. So yeah, I'm pinning the ones I have to go back on, but I'll take care of that after we go off the air. So let's see this one. I'm just making sure that's good enough. So pin that one. So pin that one. All right, and then what's the next one after that? There was one at 7:40, so I gotta go back on that one. Could have done this one, but I'd rather do it on the one 7:30. I don't think that one went through right, but let's take a look. Yeah, that's only part of it. Oh, my SDR got it. Severe thunderstorms capable of... But I didn't get all of it, though, unfortunately. Yeah, that's how messed up this setup was. Yeah, that's how messed up this setup is. How messed up this setup is as of right now, but... Yeah, how messed up it is right now, but... Again, I'm going back on everything, making sure that I got all of it. Okay, we'll do this one. This one's the Rockford feed, so I'll pin that one. So this one at 7:40, I gotta go back on. I gotta find another copy of it. This one. I'll go ahead and pin this one as well, and I'll decide which one of the two. What's this one? The national. This one got it. So again, I'll choose whichever one of the three I want to go with, and then I'll, go from there. We're only doing Chicago, not Northern Indiana, but maybe only a bit of Lincoln, but... I did notify Drew, but I think it's a little too late. He might have already went off for the night, so... Yeah, it's already raining hard, but I mean, I got back home just in the nick of time. This one was at 7 p.m. All right. What about this one? 60 miles per hour. Okay, that one is incomplete. Okay, so at this point, then I'm just going to rely on all other loggers for now to get the complete product. Let's see, Lake and McHenry, so we'll find it here. The National Weather. Okay, this one's all of it. Service in Chicago has issued a tornado warning. Yep. So, oh, right, I can't pin this one because it's on a different logger, so. But I'll go ahead and download this file and just include it in the video. Alright, so the next one to find is 7-11. Because that one's more complete. Yeah, because that one is more complete. Where even is it? I guess a lot of these loggers were late in relaying some of this stuff. The National Weather Service in Chicago has... Well, let's find 7-11 first. Well, let me actually turn on my HP laptop here, just have another device so I can go through my logger and compare it with KLT. Yeah, I let Furry Fan Drew know that we were on the air. But, yeah, that's the latest update. Alright, I'll wait for it to load up all the way. Well, over in that area, but for here, we don't know. Now let me pull up the radar here really quickly. So it looks like this is going to go on for quite a while. But also I have one more thing for another class to finish up, so I'll get that. So I'm going to get that taken care of as well. Oh wait, why is this on? Let me turn that off. What was the other one? I think it was this one. Okay. Well, I'll just open this up on I'll give the Discord client a minute to reestablish a connection. I'll give it some time because I had just turned this on. It's not doing anything. Alright, let me see what happens if I restart it. Should check. There we go. He was on at like what, 7:34? What was I going to look at? All right. What What was I looking for?
Chicago has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for.
Oh, this one from the SDR at 7:30. That one's actually pretty complete. So that one's actually quite complete. So I could use that copy instead. Maybe this one too, since Odell relayed that one. Oh, here we go again.
County in northeastern Illinois, southeastern Cook County in northeastern Illinois until 9:30 p.m. At 8:22 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from Mirabeau to 7 miles into the Streator, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Joliet, Tamas, Tinley Park, Calumet City, Chicago Heights, Lansing, Harvey, Lenox, Munster, Park Forest, Homewood, Madison, Mokina, Frankfort, Chappaqua, Winnetka, Steger, Greenwood, Wilmington, Peatone, South Holland, Country Club Hills, Dyer, Hazel Crest, and Richmond Park. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. for northeastern Illinois.
Well, that was that. Wow.
The National Weather Service in Chicago has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Will County in northeastern Illinois, DuPage County in northeastern Illinois, Cook County in northeastern Illinois until 9 p.m.
Okay, what was I looking for?
Severe thunderstorms were located.
What was I going after? This one.
Northeast at 65 miles per hour. Hazard, 70 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail.
And then what was the next one down the line I was looking for?
Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage.
I was looking for 7-11. This one is... That one's incomplete. This one's also incomplete. That one is probably also incomplete.
Mount Prospect, Wheaton, Hoffman Estates, Oak Park, Downers Grove, Glenview, Elmhurst, Lombard, and Bartlett. Remain alert for a possible...
Let's see, 706. That one is incomplete.
If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure.
Okay, this one is... That one is also incomplete. That one's Grand Rapids. 701, I think I already bookmarked that one. That's another incomplete product. What about this one?
Southern Boone County in northeastern Illinois. McHenry County in northeast.
That one is pretty incomplete. I heard there was actually one that was actually toned like twice. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of products on here that are incomplete. So how about we search for 12:11 a.m. Nobody got the other one. Wow, okay. What about this one?
The National Weather Service in Chicago has.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to use this one. We're gonna have to use this copy here. What about this one? Yeah, this one's as complete as it gets, so. Yeah, that one is as complete as it gets. So I got 701. They actually tone it twice. Yeah, they actually issued the thing twice. So yeah, I don't know if anybody got that one at 7-Eleven other than I did. All right, let's see. 706. There's two 701s, but I think both products are identical to one another. Yeah, I believe both of them are exactly the same. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they're both exactly the same, so there's really no differences. So I got 706, I got 701. I just need 653 when the Tornado Watch was expanded. So
The watch number 89 has been extended until 11 p.m. and expanded to include the following counties in Illinois: Cook, DuPage, Lake, and Will.
okay, and then LaSalle at 647. And I do not think it is present. I do see Boone, Illinois, though, so.
Has issued a severe.
What about this one?
Northeastern Illinois.
Yeah, that one's incomplete. This one is probably incomplete as well. Oh, that one's actually complete. So I'll pin this one. This is so I can rewind on it. I'll use that one instead. Again, both products are the same. This one didn't get much of it. But still, that's why I'm going to use that one copy. What about this one? This one did not get much of it. Again, I'm starting with Chicago, and then I'm going to do Lincoln. Then I'm going to do Lincoln afterwards, so. LaSalle at 647. That one for Lee and Ogle was incomplete. Yeah, I knew doing it on the 3670 was not going to be a good idea. Yeah, that one at 647. That one's incomplete. And I'm not seeing another copy of it, so I'm just going to do the closest ones that I've got. So I'll just do the closest ones that we've got. Then what's this one? Let's see. And then when was the next one after that? Lee and Ogle, that was at 642. I'll see if I could find another copy of it, but it looks like I've not been able to. See, I'm just making sure I got everything. Did I already grab this file? I did not, but I got it now. That one is the same thing. So yeah, I guess that in addition to the secondary, the micro is also going to have to be utilized for severe weather events. So. And again, I'm just making sure I got everything. We're not doing Quad Cities, we're doing Chicago and Chicago only. So it looks like the loggers actually missed a lot of Chicago. And that one was just updated. Yeah, I don't think this logger archived much. Yeah, this really did not archive much. In fact, I can look through the history. So let's see, this one was from today. So yeah, it's this one, 6:01 p.m. That was the first one that they issued. So since I can't find anything else much, I'm just gonna accept the. I'm just gonna go by the first products that I see. So see, I'm just gonna go by the first products that I see. So, and of course, I'm gonna compare and contrast and make sure that I have everything that's necessary. So. All right, let's see. This one, did this one get it all the way? That's close enough. So I'll pin that one. And then the next one was at what time again was that? Let's see. That was 6:01, so 6:13 is the next one in line. We're not going to expand to the Quad Cities yet. So we're going to start with just Chicago, and then once I get everything sorted out, we'll slowly expand. And then once I get the kinks worked out, of this whole severe weather ideology, or however it's structured. Alright, what about this one? This one got it all the way, so I'll pin it. Should have. Yep, that one got it all the way. And then again, it was 6:24 that it did not get it all the way through. Oh, this one actually got it all the way, so. But again, I'll compare and contrast what I have compared to what everybody else got, and then, we'll go from there, so. So, alright. Now, that was, let's see, 6:42. I think it was at that point where, because of how many of these monitors I had, at this point, it was really then at that point where the issues began to arise, so. Yeah, where it then started not getting everything all the way through. So, just like I did with the end of Weather Radio Canada, I'm going to put these through, I'm going to put every single bit of these through Clipchamp and do it all from there. Alright. Now to Lincoln, which is done. So, we need to rewind to 7:39, which was a warning for Marshall and Woodford. So 738, close enough. That one's incomplete. How about this one? Also incomplete. And I think that one, alongside a lot of all this stuff, was incomplete. So let me go back down to the present and then scroll up the list till we find 739. So it'll be under Marshall and Woodford. Yeah, that one was crap. Only got like 25 seconds of it. Alright. So, as such, I'm going to accept the, Wait, why don't we check his Mass NWR? Because I know it got it. But how much of it did it get? That's the question. That one has all of it, so I think that's a wrap. Yeah. For his side of the story. Peoria and Tazewell, that did not go through. That did not go through. Odell. This one did at 655. So I'm just going to take the ones from John's Mass NWR because I believe my product, the way my logger took it, I don't think it got it all the way. Oh yeah, the stream was bad. John's NWR ignored it. Well, that's why I'm going to check my copy right now.
The alert system from 88.9 and 97.5. KHII radio is testing equipment that could quickly notify you of an emergency situation in our area. KHI radio serves the Ontario County area. This concludes our test of the emergency alert system.
Yeah, it just says this concludes the test and then it happens. There's Grand Rapids again.
This is a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This station is testing equipment that can quickly warn you in the event of an emergency. WTVD-TV serves the Raleigh, North Carolina local area.
Yeah, that definitely sounds out of place. That message definitely sounds out of place. All right, let's see. Again, we're looking for what time? 6:55. Well, maybe if I had gotten some of these products, when they were issued, but the thing was I had to choose between one or the other. Trivial Pursuit or the event. Yeah, there were two other tornado warnings in Iowa earlier. I think I'm going way off. 650. Alright. I'm just going to pick the one that... Okay, this one was the closest to being complete, so I'm going to do that one. And is that it? Marshall, so 633. And then I'm going to get Weatherwise opened up and we'll, and then I'll get this together here. Yeah, that's how much my... Well, you're not seeing... Oh, here, let me turn streamer mode off so you can see everything. This logger definitely had some flaws when it was running on that other PC, so... I should remember that when we have a large amount of monitors, I'll need to let the micro handle all this, in addition to splitting everything over to the secondary. I mean, I really need to make use of this micro PC. That's why I got it. That's why I upgraded it. I did all these upgrades to it for this very reason. For this very reason. Did it even get that tornado warning? Calhoun, Michigan at 6:35. 6:33, 6:31. I guess it did not. What about WJON's logger? I'm sure it got it. 6:16 p.m. So I guess either the stations were off the air or Lincoln did not tone it out at all. So too bad it did not show up. I guess it was something that was never toned out. That's probably what it is. But that severe thunderstorm warning at 6:31 I know did. But it seems like it's working much better now. So I'm just going to pick the closest one. Wait, that's Indianapolis. All right. Yeah. John's logger didn't get it. Okay, so John's logger never received it. I see BJM got it. And it is complete, so I'll go ahead and use that. Oh, they're bringing the American Bible Challenge over to the CW. I guess I see that they must have gotten the rights from the they must have gotten the license from the Game Show Network to bring the series over to bring the show over to the CW. Now, I mean, I was seeing promos for it, so I'm surprised they're actually bringing it over. So, well, let's finish up. Let's get serious here and finish this up. Let's go by severe thunderstorm and then tornado. That one was for Vermilion. Okay, so that one's March 31st. That's the end of that one. And what about this one? So what about this one? Knox and Stark, that one did not go through. That one would not go through. So that's it. All right. So I went back and got the products that I need to go back on. But like I said, we're going to stay on air here for a little bit longer. I'll go ahead and just exit Element, but I'm going to leave it running on only one machine, because I need to leave my main system on without any interruptions, so that way I can... Well, actually, I don't really need to go back on everything, because I'm not doing everything through iMovie. As I just said, I'm going to do it all through Clipchamp tonight. So, yeah, I mean, I know I had missed quite a lot, and I'm pretty sure that my radios have went absolutely crazy. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more warnings here, so how about we go ahead and start putting everything together. So since those videos are pretty massive in size, I'm gonna have to send them over. I'm going to have to send them over manually via plugging it into the computer. So this is almost like the old-fashioned way, how I did all of this back in the day. So it's almost like that, really. And then there's all my End of Weather Radio Canada stuff. So I guess at this point I can just get rid of these because the series at this point is pretty much complete. And I'm gonna make a copy of this and just reuse this for the compilation. I'm just gonna reuse this. So now to get the files off. So yeah, I've hidden the screen because I mean it's pulling down pictures from the cloud. Okay. So we're gonna wipe the timeline clean and rename this to okay, 1076. What was 1076? That was from earlier today, just as we started, so I'm going to start with the iPad and then do the iPhone, because there's 2 videos on there that I want to pull off. Now, in terms of the Perfect Line and Flip Side, I'm actually going to hold off on both of those shows, and I'll take care of those tomorrow. Because or I could take care of it tonight, depending on how much time I have left. And furthermore, when this is all over. But of course, I've got other things to get done tonight, so. Alright, so let's see, did it complete? Yep, it completed. Okay, now to the iPhone. And I gotta tell it to trust the device. And then we can try to import it again. Oh, that's right. That's right, Face ID. Alright, now I can press try again because I've authenticated on the phone. So that way it would, so that way it can recognize, so that way the PC can recognize everything. So I'll give it a minute to find everything. In a sturdy structure. But pretty much now it's moving into northern Indiana. Wait, what's on the hotspot? What is on the hotspot right now? Oh, did my PC just switch over to the mobile hotspot? Huh. That's odd. I don't know how it did that. I actually demonstrated this. I think I remember I demonstrated this on camera. I think it was actually one of my older videos. I demonstrated that when plugging it in to a computer, it actually also activated the wireless the cellular mobile hotspot. I don't know why it did why it's doing this, but it's honestly quite strange. But I mean, it's using cellular data at the same time, so I'll probably just turn the hotspot off and yeah, there we go, and then it just goes back to Wi-Fi. So is that why I got the trust notification? Because all it's supposed to do is charge and let me import stuff, not provide a cellular connection, to another device. Would have been crazy if this worked on the small form factor before I installed the Wi-Fi card, but it's not but unfortunately that's not the way it went. So great. Now I have the dual terminal running in the background, but just want to see how so what we'll do is I'll get this pieced together. Oh, there was the video of Barney the Cockatoo from this evening that I did not get to see because I was, because of, well, the evening class first thing. The second thing was the severe weather event I was following the whole time. What is he up to? I don't know what kind of good he's up to. I gotta move it up. He's until 9:30. There's one that goes till 9 p.m. all the greetings that the bird can think of. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be another round too, so that's probably... So yeah, we are probably going to be on the air for a while at this point tonight. Yeah, I guess I can go ahead and close Discord now on the other device because I got everything sorted. I got everything sorted out. Did it get everything? Oh, it's still finding stuff. Oh, it is still it's still finding stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up here after severe weather coverage number 287. Let's see. So, yeah, it's what that bird is up to tonight. And what is this? Roaring Soda. Oh, it looks like he actually uploaded the... the final hour. And in fact, I'll add this to my End of Weather Radio Canada playlist. I'll probably have to go over to the other account and do that. So he actually was one of the very few people to that him and myself had actually recorded the true final moments of the Weather Radio Canada transmitters. In fact, I have found out the exact times of when they were when each transmitter was shut down. Edmonton's transmitter was shut off after 8 a.m. Mountain Time, or it would be, I believe it was 9:20 a.m. Central Time when it was turned off. Ontario's broadcasts were shut off at 10:05. It's roughly the final hour of operations. Oh, so this actually is a. Oh, so this is actually a larger video. So this was actually part of a larger video, which includes the final alert, the administrative message announcing the officially commencing the shutdown. The rest of the broadcast cycle was allowed to finish before, so then after that, the rest of the broadcast cycle would be allowed to finish, was then allowed to complete, and then that's when it began looping the discontinuation message. So then it's after that where it fast forwarded to 2 weeks later, where then it captured the actual true final moment. The moment they pulled the transmitter shut off. And then so it shut off at 11:07, so this was 2 minutes after Toronto. Yep. And after that, that's it. And it tries to pick up some NOAA weather radio transmitter on channel 4 that's closest to there. So yeah, Weather Radio Canada is officially no more, which is such a shame. Oh no, here we go again.
Thunderstorm warning for North Central Will County in northeastern Illinois, southeastern Cook County in northeastern Illinois until 9:30 p.m. At 8:58 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along the line extending from near Navy Pier to near Lockport, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard 70 miles per hour with presence in quarter-size hail. Source radar indicated. Impact hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Chicago, Joliet, Hammond, Orland Park, Lehigh Park, Oak Lawn, Calumet City, Englewood, South Shore, Chicago Lawn, Burbank, Oak Forest, Harvey, Longport, Lennox, Palmer Glen, Blue Island, Dothan, Homewood, Houghton, Mokina, Mazos Hills, Ridgeback, and Chino. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room and the sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. for northeastern Illinois. A severe thunderstorm.
Okay, I see the WR400 did not take it, so let me extend the antenna out so that way it gets better reception. All right, so maybe that should allow it to get better reception. So. Let's see how that.
Locations impacted include Joliet, Hammond, Tinley Park, Calumet City, Chicago Heights.
Okay, the audio got messed up. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so the tuner on it is working fine. I think it was the.
South Holly, Country Club Hills, Geyer, Hazel Crest, and Richmond
I
Park.
don't know, it was working fine earlier.
The watch remains in effect until 11 p.m. for northeastern Illinois. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go.
I can't refresh it until I stop it.
Small central room and a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The following is a special marine warning from the National Weather Service. A special marine warning remains in effect until 9:45 p.m. For the following areas, nearshore waters from Windsor Harbor to Calumet.
All right, let me make sure that that's the correct microphone source.
Michigan City, open waters from Windsor Harbor to Michigan City out to Mid-Lake at 8:30
It was working fine before. Now it doesn't look like it's working now.
Source, radar indicated. Impact, boats could suffer significant structural damage in high winds. Small craft could capsize in suddenly higher
Well, let's
waves.
try this.
Severe thunderstorms will be near.
Let me try plugging it in again.
31st Street Harbor,
See what happens.
Calumet Harbor, Harris Beaver, Crib, Burnham Harbor, Jackson Park Harbor, 59th Street Marina, Invincible Harbor around 8:40 p.m. Hammond Marine around 8:50 p.m.
What about the sound mapper? Let's see what it does.
Tornado watch number 89 has been canceled, which includes the following counties in Illinois: Boone, Delaware, DuPage, Grundy, Kane, Kendall, Rondell, Lee, Ogle, and Winnebago. The following is a special marine warning from the National Weather
Alright,
Service.
that's not good.
A special marine warning remains in effect until 9:45 p.m. For the following areas,
You know what?
inshore waters.
I guess we don't need the SDR now that,
Inshore waters from Calumet Harbor to Michigan City, open waters from Lincoln Harbor to Michigan City up to 8:33 p.m. Severe thunderstorms.
I guess the reception was messed up.
Extending from near Winthrop Harbor to Harris Beaver, close to 10 nautical miles southwest of Midway Airport, moving northeast at 50 knots. Hazard, wind gusts in excess of 65 miles. Source, radar indicated. Impact, boats can suffer significant structural damage in high winds.
So at this point, I'll go ahead and put the radios back as they were. Put the headphone cover. The little cover that I'm choosing to keep on the headphone jack. So yeah, I guess for the most part it's over. But yeah, I guess for the most part this event is... I guess this event is over for the most part, so... Yeah, this event is over for the most part, so... Yeah, when the threat of severe weather has ended, so... We'll, yeah, we'll see how much longer this event goes. And, again, actually I might wanna... So he didn't actually capture the shutdown physically on his radios, but he did actually capture the shutdown on an SDR, on his SDR receiver. Ignore all the others. And then this is the ADR about the shutdown. The rest of this broadcast cycle was allowed to finish before the station would begin to loop the ID and out of service message. He could have had all his radios join in, but unfortunately not really. I'm going to keep the cable connected to the PC in case I have to, you know, plug it in and unplug it again. Just in case, because as I've said, I'm going to do this entire event through Clipchamp this time around. Now, again, we will not end coverage until all warnings in the LOT area have expired. So, we will wait until that time comes. Let's see, this one was what I was working on earlier. So, like this thing docking. So yeah, I'm just taking a look here. Yeah, this is not, you know, normal, but yeah, because I'm pretty sure not all of Trivial Pursuit and Scrabble were seen tonight, so I don't know what they're gonna do about it. If they're just gonna rerun it later on in the evening, or are they just gonna forget about it altogether? That I don't know. That I do not know for sure. But what I do know is that tomorrow I will more than likely end up getting back to production on Big John's Wheel. But looking at tomorrow's event, we do have for here Chicago, we do have a marginal risk, which is actually, I don't think, going to be intense enough for us to prompt us to go live for anything. Well, other than the fun night show that we normally do. But I do know what I am going to do, however. I'm going to split the monitors up again and do all the severe weather stuff on the micro, which is what I should have done in the first place. Which is what I should have done to begin with. But then again, okay, I don't know where did my earbud case go? It disappeared. Oh, here it is. All right. All right. Now, what was I going to do here? Oh yeah, that's right. All right, so yeah, as I said, after we're done tonight, I'll get this event put together. And considering how much time I have this evening, so yeah, I'll let you all see the IEM logs as, you know, we continue to see exactly how this is going to play out. So yeah, let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. This one goes till 9:30, which actually replaces the one for. It replaced the one for Cook, DuPage, and Will that was set to expire at 9 p.m. So at this point now we have 2 warnings that are active. Well, actually, technically there's just 1 now. Or 2. Yeah, there's 2 for Cook and Will that are active. So again, once both of them expire, then then I will say that we are done here, and then I'll work on finishing up this piece of business that I got to get taken care of tonight. So again, there's the other two that are left. Yeah, they shrunk the Tornado Watch down massively. And let's see. This is still the issuance from earlier. But then this is the latest update. This is the initial issuance, and this is the update. Yeah, the flashing indicates it was just updated, so we'll see what Chicago does with the watch after the after both warnings expire. After both warnings expire. So yeah, that'll be after both warnings expire. So let's see, So yeah, at this point, yeah, I don't think there's going to be much more. There probably isn't going to be much more at this point. So yeah, at this point, I do not think there is going to be much more here. At this point, I don't think there's going to be much. So let's see here. See, I'm just making sure here. Because, yeah, this is a totally unusual circumstance, but, I mean, that's the thing. So I'm just gonna make sure here that I'm doing this right, but actually I'll get back to that in but yeah, in fact I'll get back to that in just a minute. So at this point then, yeah, the rest of my night is pretty much what you think it's gonna be. So I don't know if I'm gonna want to go after my popcorn break tonight, but what I do know is that I'm gonna get this final assignment for my college class done tonight after we go off the air. I'll get this finished up, and then I'll let's see, and then I'll take care of the showcase beatdown. Well, I'll watch that live stream when it starts in about half an hour. And then what else? Oh wait, and when does the Marine warning expire? That goes till 9:45. So I mean, if it weakens, then it could pretty much be at a point where then they might allow the marine warning to expire as well. So the marine warning isn't that significant, so we're going to wait for so once the severe thunderstorm warnings expire, then then that's when we'll call it quits. So so yeah, I'm gonna get this taken care of tonight, get it over with, and then I won't have to worry about it for the rest of for tomorrow. Now, as for the perfect line, and okay, they've updated the warning, and now it's up to considerable again. So I'm pretty sure they're going to reissue it. They're probably going to reissue it a few more times at this point. So let's see, what's the reason? Has it moved out? It has moved out of the warned area. So this thing's intensifying again. So it looks like it's intensifying again. So but yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that this is all right here. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna spend the rest of the night getting this taken care of, getting this done, getting this over with. And then I'll get the severe weather event put together. So meaning everything from tonight's event, I will get that all in place. And then I think that's gonna be everything. And then I think that's gonna be everything. And then I think that's gonna be everything. But then, depending on how much time remains after I get those taken care of and when the beatdown eventually finishes, that will then determine where I end up going from, what I end up using the rest of the time to do from there. Do that call the Lembi wanted me to do with him last night before I ended up changing my mind, or just play the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song and then just go to bed right after that. But what I do know is that tomorrow, I did say that I will be taking care of the perfect line and flip side. I'll get both of those taken care of tomorrow, because I don't feel like taking care of it tonight because of. But I mean, the good thing is, I've gotten 3 of the assignments for today taken care of. So this is actually the last one. So after this is done, then pretty much that'll be it. Or maybe what I could have done is I could have split these over several days. But after the perfect line and flip side are taken care of tomorrow, I've actually only got a few more things left to take care of in in terms of the Minecraft side of things. Because today, just before we started the initial coverage stream, which I later scrapped for this week's backyard baseball game, considering that the watch came out at like 1:45, we came on at 2, and then I found out there wasn't going to be anything until like 7 o'clock at night, so that's when we ended up scrapping that coverage stream. We did backyard baseball, and I mean, Drew wanted me to come back, but I was actually already on my way back here by that time, or it was soon after. So yeah, I had let him know the moment we came on air, but it seems like at this point, I think he is already he might have already went to bed for the night. So yeah, but I am sure Drew will see it. I'm sure Drew's going to see it in the morning. So since he did not respond, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. So, and also another thing too, I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff ready for tomorrow. Oh yeah, the old start menu came back. The old start menu actually came back. Now, another thing to check here. I saw Crawford and Erie, so did WQLN end up testing today? April 2nd. Yes, they did. So QLN did end up testing today, so I can get rid of that. And at this point, since VCY America tested today, I can get rid of that. Now, did the other WLS test? I just want to take a look. It's not there. Or maybe I just haven't filtered it entirely to FM. They went on March 30th. That was Sunday. That was Monday. Yeah, it happened on Monday, and I guess I just didn't pay attention to it, so I guess I can clear that off now. Alright. Is there any more? April 1st. I didn't see that one, so let me clear that off. And then, what about WDRB? Nope, I think it goes under a different name or something. Yeah, I think WDRV goes under a different name. They might have went too, but I guess I wasn't paying attention either, so. That's right, I'll take a look at that as well tonight after, after we're done. What was the other thing I was going to do, the original plan? The original plan, I was going to test out seasonal weather. Oh no, haze weather radio. That was the other plan I was going to do until this event came up. So, yeah, I guess I may not be able to get to a call with the Lembine tonight. But again, like I said, if the beatdown finishes before midnight, then I guess I will do a call with the Lembine. But if it finishes after midnight, which I'm pretty sure will most likely be the case, then I'm just going to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme song while spinning around like crazy, and then I'll go to bed exhausted and just waiting to recharge. But of course, tomorrow I will get to recording Big John's Wheel of Fortune. I didn't get to it today because of the event, but I will get back to it. Tomorrow, as I had just mentioned. I'll get back to that show tomorrow, as well as Sorry, and then I'll also work on the do some more work with the Minecraft world. In fact, with the signage stuff, there actually isn't too much left. So tomorrow I want to get 301 and 902 completed, as in putting up the signs for both of those routes. So I'm going to spend the whole day getting those routes up. And then when those two are done, that leaves us then with 432 and the main route, 32. That leaves us with both of those. So after those are done, but of course on Tuesday, because of Easter, we won't be able to do a stream on Saturday. Yeah, since we won't be able to do a stream on Saturday this week because of Easter. Or Sunday, for that matter, as well. That's why we're going to be doing Minecraft on Tuesday this week instead. Well, next week, actually. Next week, so. Yeah, next week, Tuesday, is when we'll do our... when we'll do our Minecraft show, where we'll replace the Interstate 62 bridge, and we'll get to work further with the 332 extension. I've done some work on it already, as in putting in the pavings. Now, in terms of the interchanges on both sides, I have not gotten around to building that yet, but I will get to that when I have the chance. Well, when we get the chance, so it's probably going to be another couple weeks before we get to that. But I could do a further head start on it, as in putting in the lane stripings and everything like that. I'll see if I can find a time to, maybe get that in, and then that's the last of it, really. And then all we just got to do is put the signs up, and, we will be done with this project. But if we have to add a second Minecraft show the following week, then I will be more than happy to do that. And then at that point, I will be more than happy to do that. All right, let's see. This warning has expired because it has weakened below severe limits and it has exited the warned area. So I think the other one might be allowed to expire too, but we're going to wait a few moments and see what happens. But I do have everything in there ready for tonight. I'm just going to continue looking through my logs here and see if I can find other ones. Okay, it says not found. So what if I find that, see if I can find that one station. Here we go. I'll just copy the URL, go over to the main, and change it to DRV. They went on April 1st as well. So oh, I forgot to take off 670 the score. They tested this afternoon. What about WYCA? Have they gone yet? They have not, because that was from last week. All right, so at this point, I think that's... So yeah, at this point, I think that's going to be the end of the event. But I could be wrong on that. I'm going to go take care of something really quickly here, and then I guess at that point, we will most likely wrap things up. All right, I took care of that, and no updates yet, but I do know that the other one has expired, as it has gone past, so let's see, this one, so this was at 9/24, that was the one that was allowed to expire. What about this one? This one was when it was shrunken down to just Cook County, so I don't know if they're getting ready to issue another one or they're going to allow this one to expire as well. But like I said, we're going to wait for, let's see, yeah. I do not think there is anything really that would prompt another warning because, yeah, it has gone past the window already. So I think at this point, yeah, the event is pretty much over. So with that, we're going to end coverage here. So, yeah, sorry for the short notice again. And with that, we will now go ahead and return our Playfield TV viewers to normal programming. Yeah, we'll go ahead and return our Playfield TV viewers now to normal programming. And we'll see you tomorrow night for our Friday Fun Night show at the same time. Until then, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.